Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Digital Silver Age Dr. Fate. Not only that, but this is the Platinum Chase variant. It's sort of a modern version of the Silver Age version of Dr. Fate, if that makes any sense, done in modern colors. I got this guy at Walmart today. I've been hitting the same Walmart store almost every day on my lunch break for the past 6 weeks or so. Bam, I got lucky right before work today. I knew they were coming the next couple of days. So, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts. DC Direct, McFarlane Digital, which means this guy comes with a digital redemption card so you can redeem a digital figure. Why anybody would want a digital figure, I still don't understand, and I don't think really anybody understands. McFarlane Platinum Edition, Justice League of America, Dr. Fate. Here he is in the package. He has no traditional accessories, but he has a display stand, collector's card, and digital card. One side of the package, Dr. Fate from the Silver Age. So it's a Silver Age Dr. Fate repainted in modern colors. Other side's pretty blank. At the bottom, there is a barcode, if that helps anybody. And in the back, here's the traditional Silver Age Dr. Fate in the Silver Age colors from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He doesn't come with any traditional accessories, but he has a display stand, a collector's card, and a digital code redemption card. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is DC's The Silver Age Dr. Fate. Not only that, but this is the Platinum Chase variant, repainted in sort of modern colors. His light blue and yellow look is from the sort of old school comics, and he kept it for a long time, but in the more modern comics, he has a darker look. Kind of reminds me of his look from the Black Adam film. Dr. Fate first appeared in 1940 in More Fun Comics number 55. His real name is Kent Nelson, although there have been plenty of different Dr. Fates over the years. You put the helmet of Fate on, and it's almost like a character itself, and you're sort of intertwined. He has magical powers, including spellcasting, energy blasts, illusion casting, astral projection, reality warping, and elemental control. So let's take a closer look. I'll tell you, I really like the sculpt and design for the most part. This is the comic OG version of Dr. Fate. Well, more so the regular one is. This guy, in some ways I like better, because it's the traditional Dr. Fate outfit and you can put it with your modern JSA. But I do like the original one, because that is just the OG standard version of Dr. Fate for so many years. Anyway, the helmet looks great. You can see eyes underneath. The sculpt is very smooth, but very accurate to Dr. Fate from the comics. It has that sort of risen area down the middle, sort of cheeks, little mohawk type thing, the ear sticking out. It looks great. He's got this medallion, which I think is a clamp for his capes. His cape is gold, soft goods material. It has a bendy wire on either side. Take various poses. This guy's done on the Blue Beetle Booster Gold body, which you can tell by the notable two top abs that are separated, looking a little bit awkward. The gold is pretty cool, sort of shiny. Double jointed knees and elbows. He looks good. This will probably be my default comic modern Dr. Fate, with the other one being my default sort of Silver Age classic Dr. Fate. Now let's check out his accessories. Starting off with the boring stuff. And who am I kidding? It's all boring stuff. He doesn't have any real accessories. We have this display stand, typical McFarlane display stand. It says McFarlane Twist Digital. Then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of the Silver Age version of Dr. Fate in the lighter colors. Dr. Fate. I do wish with these Platinum versions they would make it, and they could easily Photoshop this or digitally change it to look with darker colors. The back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And then we have the digital redemption card. So you can see on the front, McFarlane Toys Digital. This guy's a digital figure because you get the physical figure and a digital code that comes with it. They nickname these digital figures. On the back, there's a little sort of silver scratch thing to redeem the code. I would imagine this will give you a regular Silver Age Dr. Fate, not the darker colored version. And I'm curious to question of all you collectors out there, who actually cares about these digital figures? And I don't mean who redeems them, but who actually cares about them. I'm sure some people do, I'm really curious why. What do you gain from this? Why do you enjoy them? What do you do with them? I've redeemed some of these codes, and they seem to just sort of sit there. And I'm like, well, I could go to Google and look at a picture of this. I'm not really sure what is better about having these. I'm being maybe a little bit harsh, but it's true. I don't understand what the appeal is, what the purpose is. If anyone out there is a true collector and actually cares about these, not just redeeming the codes, drop me in the comments below. I'm really curious to understand. So Dr. Fate has absolutely no accessories, but I think these accessories work very well for him. These are the sort of sound blasts that came with the Shriek figure. I think they work pretty good as energy blasts or energy shields coming off of Dr. Fate. He uses magical powers, and these should be a nice little sort of energy shield. I like it. I think it looks good. We'll see how they look with Fate himself. Now, he can't hold them or anything, so I'm going to put some sticky stuff on the end of his hand and have them hold him in front. Here's a look at Dr. Fate with those energy effects attached to the front of his hands. They look like great energy shields. You can kind of see I just have some sticky stuff on the ends of this fists, and it works pretty nicely. Look at that. Looks like a magical hero using his powers. Not to talk about his cape. He has a cloth soft goods cape. It's gold, and it has a bendy wire on either side. If you want to stretch it out, it goes about this far. I love those bendy wires. They do a pretty good job with them for the most part. You can have it sort of take any sort of pose you want, sort of kind of heading upward. Be like he's falling down, sort of floating in the air. I like to make the capes sort of like they're flowing in the wind. Easy way to do that is sort of take it, wrap it around your finger, then wrap it back down, and back up maybe one more time. Then you got to get the other side kind of wrapped around, and there's a nice little makeshift version of his cape flowing in the wind. I could spend a little time, make it look a little better, but it looks pretty good and cool as is. Now to check out the differences, reuse, and similarities between this Platinum version of Dr. Fate and the OG Silver Age version. And it is 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, so let's take a closer look. Start with their heads. This guy definitely has a more sort of realistic, modern look. This guy has the bright colors, old school, a little bit sort of campy look to him, but this is the original OG version of Dr. Fate. I think I might prefer this one as an action figure, because this guy would look a little bit out of place with the modern Rebirth Justice League, and this guy should fit in quite nicely. Basically, we have yellow versus gold, blue versus really dark blue, and then yellow versus gold again, as well as the cape. They're both very nice figures, just depends on which other figures you want to display them with. And now to take a look at the differences and similarities between the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold body and this Dr. Fate. So, looking at the figures, of course, the heads are totally different. He's got this sort of clasp and collars attached on top of the torso. Underneath, everything seems to be the same. You see the top two disconnected abs. Stomach is also the same. I'd say the diaper piece is the same, but this one has a belt and this one does not. The arms are the same except for the back part of the glove added on top. And then the legs, boots are also the same. So a lot of reuse, but they look pretty much completely different. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold body. I count 32 so far. I believe the next one to come out is Deadshot, both regular and platinum. Now the Blue Beetle body is not a bad generic body. The things I don't like about it, the two top abs that are disconnected, it's very noticeable, looks kind of weird. The wrists can also look very awkward. And on some of these guys I have trouble standing them up. It's like the ankles are sort of ratcheted, and not ratcheted in the right place. You have to bend their knee, and I'm not a huge fan of having to do that to stand them up straight in a vanilla pose. Now that I've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his lack of accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.2 inches tall, which can translate to a little over 18 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up a little bit, down. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up way more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering up the giant gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate, and it's hinged as well. His torso, he has a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one in his waist. Rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, very good range of motion in the torso. I'd say you get more out of the torso than the waist in this guy. Legs, complete does the splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation, it's pretty good. Legs go forward, almost all the way. Back not at all. Double jointed knees. And then his ankles. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock. And of course, toe articulation. Here's a look at Dr. Fate under attack, using his energy shields in the rubble in the city streets. And here's a look at the OG Dr. Fate, hovering in the city skies, and then in sort of a space, mystical type of environment. Now let's check them out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Dr. Fate figures. Here are the two digital versions of Dr. Fate, the modern darker color scheme and the OG bright color scheme. And here he is next to the Injustice 2 Dr. Fate figure, which they made 3 different versions of. On the far left, we have the Platinum Chase variant, which is done in the lighter blue colors. I think is an homage to the old school Dr. Fate. And then the standard version, and on the far right, the armored version, which they released twice. And like I said before, Kent Nilsson is not the only person that's ever been Dr. Fate. There have been several people that have worn the helmet of Fate or been Dr. Fate in the comics. Here he is, next to Batman, the Last Night on Earth, Wonder Woman wearing the helmet of Fate. Here's this Silver Age / modern Dr. Fate, next to the Black Adam movie Dr. Fate. The color scheme is very similar. And here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Dr. Fate figures they've made. 6 of which are Kent Nilsson, 1 of which is Wonder Woman. At one point, there was a rumored, unmasked, gold label Dr. Fate from the Black Adam movie. Seems like that must have been cancelled. Dr. Fate here is often a member of the JSA, the Justice Society of America. Here he is, next to a bunch of older school members. Jay Garrick the Flash, Alan Scott Green Lantern, Iron Man, Hawkman, the Spectre, and Wildcat. And here he is, with some more extended or modern versions of the JSA team. We have Commander Steel, Huntress, Mr. Terrific, Power Girl, Atom Smasher, Cyclone, Damage, and Starman. Dr. Fate is not only a member of the JSA, he can also be a member of the Justice League, or the Justice League Dark. I consider this sort of platinum, more modern, darker colored version to fit in really nice with your Justice League Dark collection. Here he is, next to McFarlane, main heavy hitters from Justice League Dark. The Demon Etrigan, Swamp Thing, John Constantine, and Deadman. We really need Zatanna. Now let's check him out next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. This is the 4th digital wave. We have both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Two-Face and Dr. Fate, as well as the Silver Age Superman. Here's Dr. Fate next to the previous digital wave, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Silver Age Joker, Earth 2 Robin, and the Platinum Speed Force Flash. And here he is, next to the 10th wave of Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Deadshot, Year 2 Batman, and Adam Strange. Then, with the Grim Knight vs. Killer Croc 2-pack, and now, with the most recent wave of Page Punchers, the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and then the Kingdom Come Superman, Damage, and Starman. Here's Dr. Fate, next to some recent exclusives. These are shared Walmart and McFarlane exclusives. We have the Nightmare, Nightfall Azrael, the Jokerized Death Metal Batman, and the Patina Dark Knights of Steel Batman. And here he is, next to the Entertainment Earth exclusive Blacklight Batman and Robin movie Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, and the GameStop exclusive Frostbite George Clooney Batman. Then, with Batman in his armored suit from Justice League The Sixth Dimension, and Batman 1,000,000. And now, with the most recent comic Batman figures, we have the Justice Lord Batman, a Cowardly Lot Batman, and both the orange and purple versions of the Rainbow Batman. And finally, with the gold label Target exclusive Iron Man and Connor Hawk Green Arrow. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's Dr. Fate next to the TV remote from the other room. And here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a very cool Dr. Fate figure. I like the modern colors on the classic body. I think it works great with your Justice League Dark Collection or your modern Justice League. Even the modern JSA. His accessories are non-existent. That sucks. The sculpted paint job, really good. I think the Blue Beetle body works pretty good for Dr. Fate. And I think the modern paint variation also works pretty good. I like his cape. If I were to rate this figure, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I like him a lot. I don't remember what I rated the original version, but I like them almost equally. In fact, I think I might like this one a tad more. It's a very nice looking Dr. Fate figure, and this might be my default modern Dr. Fate with the Justice League. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.